This is Kazuyoshi Miura. His attributes on Football Manager are actually good until you see his physicals. But Kazuyoshi Miura is a legend in real life, because this season just gone he played in the Portuguese 2nd Division, aged 55, and he turned 56 in February. And he's still playing professional football now. He made his debut in 1986 for Santos in Brazil. He also played 89 games for Japan, scoring 55 goals. I don't ever want to see him retire, so I had to do it. I changed his age back to 16. Now, I haven't changed anything else. He's still at the same club. He's also at the same current ability as what he was at the start of the game, 69, you naughty bugger. But he does have 158 potential, and that is hard-coded into the game, by the way. He just obviously is never going to make that when he's already like 55 and turns 56 mid-game. But he also has incredible mental attributes and hidden attributes. Professionalism, 20. Obviously, he's going to have something like that to be able to get as far into his career as what he has. 17 adaptability. He literally started his career in Brazil, went back to the Japanese leagues once they actually produced a division for him to play in. He's got good ambition, good loyalty, good pressure, sportsmanship of 18. He has phenomenal mental attributes. He only has a 4 for injury proneness, and that's probably because he hasn't ever picked up a career-ending injury, and he's 55. Not anymore. He's 16. Let's see what we can do in this career if we just simulate and let it all happen. Oh, to be fair, I did also wipe his international appearances so we could track that easier too. Will his career be as long and as adventurous as it has been in real life? What age will he retire at? Let's find out. First season, and he hasn't debuted for the first team yet, but he is wanted by many clubs in Portugal because he only had a year left on his contract. And he has already jumped to a 90 current ability. So, which of these interested clubs from Portugal will snatch the signature of King Kazu? None of them. He signed a new deal with the team he was originally started off with for another 3 years. So he actually extended his deal to 2026, but now he is wanted by other clubs in Europe, including Juventus, and that could be a move that might tickle his fancy a little bit more than staying in Portugal, possibly. Now age 18, he's looking fantastic. He is up to 111, and he started to play some games and score some goals. 32 appearances, he has 12 goals, 2 assists, only off of an 8 XG. Fantastic stuff, and he's even making appearances in the Portuguese Cups too. He finally made an 875k move, and it was to Sporting, who won his signature first and sent him out on loan to England with Portsmouth. Genuinely, he seems to be killing it too. He looks fantastic attribute-wise. Yes, the physicals aren't quite there, but because of that natural fitness and how good his potential is, he's just getting a load of attribute boosts in mental and technical. So his mental attributes look phenomenal. And his technicals for the championship, which is where Portsmouth find themselves right now, are really good. He is their current key player. They did, however, finish 20th in the division, but he kept them there. To be fair, I think we can easily say if it wasn't for Kazuyoshi, they would be relegated. He got 15 goals in their first season in the championship with 2 assists, and he played in the FA Cup, and I love that. The oldest cup competition welcomes the oldest player, even though he's only 19 here. But he would have been the oldest player. He would have been like 58 at this point. It's incredible. But will he go back to Sporting? Will he play some games in the Portuguese First Division? He's also, actually, to be fair, he has played 1 game in that division. He has also played for the Sporting B team. But will he be a staple point in Sporting's league campaign next season? Because now he's sitting at 130 current ability. He's getting close to his full potential of 158. For the second time in his life, he was capped for Japan for the first time, and somehow he made it into Sporting's seasonal best 11, despite only playing 12 times and starting only twice. He does look like his attributes have grown again, so we can see up to 133. And what I like about the fact that he's at Sporting is that their vice captain and their key player is Morita, who is also a Japanese international. Probably is actually kind of like a mentor for King Kazu at a young age of 20. I'm pretty sure the roles would have been reversed if it was the other way around, and he was actually at the club. Obviously aged, whatever he would be, 59. But Sporting were struggling down in 3rd place and miles off the pace of Porto, finishing 21 points behind them. despite having the most overpowered striker in the game. If you know, you know. And Beto potentially stopped King Kazu from starting more games the following season, age 21, in what I was hoping would be a breakout season. But yes, 5 English clubs are now interested. So which one of these Premier League clubs are going to pull the trigger and sign Kazuyoshi Miura? None of them. He actually moved to Juventus instead, for £31 million in what was a January transfer move, winning both the league and cup in Italy in his first 6 months at the club. He even scored in the cup final, but he didn't even stay for 2 full seasons. He's now a Bayern Munich player. He's playing in Germany. I love it. He looks fantastic. If we take a look at his attributes, he's up to 150 current ability, so he's still got some of his potential left to go. He's age 26 now. I've gone a little bit further into the future. He's also played for Japan 62 times with 35 goals. That's exceptional. So we're a little bit further into his career. He's high value too, 59 to 177 million. On a decent wage. He looks fantastic. How's he been doing? Well, the move was a £35 million move, and that's because he made a 4-season appearance in Juventus with 36 games played, albeit only 13 were actual starts, but he still scored 14 goals. That's incredible, really. The move that he made allowed him to start 25 games in the Bundesliga and score 14 goals, which is still decent, and getting him a lot of assists too. Second season wasn't that great. He only got 9 goals after 13 starts and 12 appearances from the bench. And this season was a little bit less than his first season, with 10 goals and 7 assists with 31 appearances. Only 20 from starting. But each time, his average rating is exceptionally high. 7.33, 7.27. So it's still really good, and you can see why Bayern Munich are loving him right now. But his milestones, he's won the Bundesliga. He's also won the Asian Cup with Japan. In fact, they've won it the last 3 seasons. So they've done exceptionally well, and he's been playing as part of that and scoring a lot of goals. He's even won the Asian Player of the Year, which is quite good, to be fair. 3 seasons in a row. Absolutely exceptional. With names like Heung-min Son, Taremi, all playing a part in this, no, Miura has been the winner of the last 3 seasons. There are still some competitions he needs to win, of course. We need to see maybe a Ballon d'Or, potentially. I think that's a little bit out of his range. But the Champions League, etc., how well can Japan do in World Cups? Hey, let's find out. He finally won the DFB Pokal, scoring a hat-trick in the final. And after finishing runners-up in 1 year, he became the Asian Player of the Year for the 4th time, before winning it another 3 times. And actually, he wasn't even in this one, but he's been beat out here by a Chinese regen who is playing at Tottenham. So, he's having a fantastic time. He's now 32. He has already got 96 caps, which is more than what he actually had, with 54 goals. But once again, he has retired. So he retired 1 goal short of his actual record of 55 goals, but with more appearances. So I don't know whether you'd weigh that up as... I'm glad he got more appearances in his time before he retired, but he got 1 less goal. But he also did obviously do quite well with his Japanese national team. He has continuously won the Bundesliga, though, because Bayern Munich are dominating. That's no surprise, really. But he's also finishing quite high up in the Golden Boot race each time. And I don't actually think he's starting every game. I mean, 30 appearances here with 18 goals is the highest. 24 starts. So only 24 starts, and yet he finished with 18 goals. The guy who beat him by 1, which is this guy, Mateus, I probably think, yeah, he started all 31 games. So King Kazu is an absolute legend. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. And I still think he's got another move in him, you know. I still think he'll make another move. I don't know where, but I reckon it's on the cards. Well, in 2039, a year later, still no move, age 33, but an 8th Asian Player of the Year. No move in 2040 either, but a 9th Asian Player of the Year and a 3rd 3P. And in 2041, still no move, and maybe my hunch was wrong. And Bayern also couldn't even win the league. Oh, is this going to be a really underwhelming end? to King Kazu's career? I hope to be wrong, and I was. He had one transfer left and moved to Shabab Al Ali in the UAE for £3.9 million, where he started 26 games again, scoring 14 goals. He ended up playing another 2 seasons in total. This was his final year, age 38, and it's sad to see that he's retiring so young when we're used to him going into his 50s, but still, that's a phenomenal career. 12 goals, 15 goals in his last 2 seasons there and at Al Ali. But I've quite enjoyed watching the second coming of King Kazu and his career from that second division in Portugal through to Sporting, even playing in Portsmouth, which is quite funny. Juve for 2 seasons, Bayern Munich for the majority of his career, and how many times he managed to win awards such as the Bundesliga and of course the Asian Player of the Year. 9 times, 3 times he won it 3 times in a row. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you check out this video right here because I put all of the best European clubs from the Champions League and I stuck them all in Vanarama National League, and that is an experiment you just do not want to miss.